He threw that patch on, make it look like he was in a club, but he was never in a club.
They want to be able to tack like 15 felonies upon jaywalking across the street. This outlaw motorcycle member and it doesn't matter what they stack on you.
Because they're a friend or they know somebody and they start hanging them around and making them official hang around. Next thing you know, they're prospecting. Before you know it, they got a patch and I'm going, you've never been in a club.
His dad was a bandito. He borrowed $100 from the club. It might have been 1,000. I don't know. But his own son was 86.
I think it was from that point on, I was like, one day, I'm going to be one of those guys.
And he said, if you don't get on a stand, you're going to lose. You're going to jail. I said, I can't take the stand.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today there's breaking news. There was a shootout in Pennsylvania in West Norriton, and it's believed that the pagans are involved. Some people were taken into custody. I got some footage from the scene. We're going to talk about this case and a couple other ones. So this is breaking news. This happened around 12 o'clock last night. I'll give you guys the exact details, but 6 people were shot. 6 people were shot, and it was in 2 different scenes, and I'm going to break it down for you guys. Shout out to everyone that watches this show. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. Let's get down to business. So, this is a wild one. It says, shooting involving rival motorcycle gangs injures 6 outside Wawa in West Norriton Township. West Norriton Township, PA, police in Montgomery County are investigating a shooting that left 6 people injured outside of Wawa on Friday night, in what authorities say is involving rival motorcycle gangs. So 6 people were hurt. The incident happened around 9:12. Oh, it didn't happen at 12 or 12. It happened at 9:12. Located at Wawa on West Main Street near Trooper Road in West Township, Pennsylvania. West Norriton Township, Pennsylvania. There's chopper footage of the scene showed a heavily police presence at the scene, with officers coordinating off the area around the gas pumps. According to police, 6 individuals were hospitalized following the shooting. Their condition has not yet been released. In a statement, West Norriton Township Police said at the time this incident appears to be isolated and there's no ongoing threat to the public. Residents are asked to avoid this area. But you know how the cops do. I mean, it seems like Pennsylvania has been pretty hot lately when it comes to motorcycle clubs. Things have been sparking off. Let's take a look at the footage from the scene. All those evidence markers, I believe, are shell casings. But this is a crazy situation. I mean, hey, good morning, Jared. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me today. A lot of people were sent to the hospital. They have people in custody, too. So when patches turned to gunfire in West Norriton, Wawa shooting in the shadows of biker gangs. On Friday night around 9 p.m., a convenience store Glow of the Wawa on West Main Street in West Norriton Township came under kind of a violent spotlight, rarely seen in suburban Pennsylvania. According to county dispatch, multiple news outlets, the shooting erupted outside the store near Trooper Road approximately 9:12 p.m. when rival motorcycle gangs members opened fire, injuring 6. The scene was chaotic. Sky camera shows dozens of police vehicles, lights flashing, officers coordinating off gas pumps in the parking lot. One motorcycle is visible, sits near the pumps. Under the crime scene tape, according to dispatch notes obtained by local reporters moments after the initial call to West Norriton, a second shooting was reported minutes later in nearby Bridgeport, raising questions whether this was coordinated multi-location gang confrontation. The alleged gang rivalry. Police statements indicate that the incident involves rival motorcycle gangs, though authorities have not publicly identified which clubs were involved. Multiple outlets reported biker group tensions were at the heart of the violence in West Norriton Township. Police Department described the incident in a statement. At this time, the incident appears to be isolated and there is no ongoing threat to the public. But word on the streets is that the pagans are involved in this somehow. Allegedly. I'm not going to say for a fact, but that's the reports that I'm getting. So, while full details remain under investigation, the incident at the Wawa underlines how outlaw motorcycle clubs, long associated with disputes, violent enforcers of respect, can suddenly bring violence into everyday public spaces. A suburban convenience store, gas pumps become a battlefield. According to one witness accounts, in dispatch laws, a rider was struck in the head before fleeing on a motorcycle. What we still don't know, the exact identities of the motorcycle clubs involved. Rival motorcycle gangs as official description, though. How many shots were fired? They do not know about that. And what types of firearms were used? Or whether this was a targeted ambush or a spontaneous outbreak of violence. Whether separate Bridgeport shooting is definitely tied to the Wawa incident. So they're not clear on if this incident is tied to the Wawa, but they believe it is. The conditions of the victims and whether any arrests have been made, but I do hear that arrests have been made. The mayor says he emphasized the importance to the community's cooperation. We know there are eyewitnesses who have critical information, and we urge anyone with information to come forward. For residents in West Norriton, typically suburban and quiet, the night's violence serves as a jarring reminder of organized gangs. Conflict can spill into public routine places. A run for gas or a snack might suddenly become dangerous. So authorities say that they will be reviewing video surveillance from the Wawa, analyzing shell casing, tracking communication logs of motorcycle groups suspected. Anyone with footage or information is asked to contact the Norriton Police Department. So this is going to get crazy. This whole situation is going to get crazy. But this is the type of shit that needs to stop. This type of stuff can't happen. Because, 9 o'clock at night, people are out there with their families getting gas. If you're going to do this to each other, go do it in a field where there's no people around. I'm sure the cops won't bother you. Carney, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. And if you guys can, please share this video on Facebook. They took my Facebook down. So please share this video on Facebook if you can. I really appreciate it. Damn, if I would have known last night, I would have came live last night and told you guys about this situation. We got a couple other stories to go over today. I know this isn't my normal time, but I'll come back on and do another one today. We got a couple stories for you guys, though. I got a story out of Toledo, Ohio. And then another one, I believe. I don't know where the hell that is. I think Wyoming. Or Pittston. Pittston? Where the hell is Pittston? So a 19-year-old woman has died after a motorcycle crash. 19-year-old woman dies after motorcycle crash. This is in Pittston. The coroner reports a 19-year-old woman died after a crash while she was operating a motorcycle. The county coroner's office stated that Kylie Venostol, 19 years old of Pittston, was operating a motorcycle when she crashed on the 100 block of South Main Street October 16th. She was wearing a helmet at the time of the crash, and she was rushed to the Wyoming Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead, the coroner reported. The crash is under investigation. In another situation, a foot chase through a cornfield ends in the arrest of a motorcycle thief investigation. The motorcycle was stolen from Toledo, Ohio, but he was caught in Michigan. A man fled into a cornfield but was captured after police found a stolen motorcycle in Monroe County. The incident occurred Friday, October 17th at 2:30 p.m. at the area of Samaria Road. Deputies said that they were dispatched to the area to search for a motorcycle stolen from Toledo, Ohio. While searching, police say they located the stolen motorcycle parked at a residence of the 6800 block of Sumerian Road. Police said a man standing with the motorcycle immediately fled on foot, and they pulled into the driveway. Additional deputies responded, locked down a perimeter, and began searching for the suspect. Police say that they conducted an aerial search using sheriffs and drones, while other officers searched the ground with their police service dog. During the search, the suspect emerged from the cornfield and surrendered. The suspect, a 32-year-old Bowling Green man resident, was logged in at the county jail pending charges of evading, concealing stolen property. His name has not been released. I hate a thief. That's one thing I do not like, is people who steal. I mean, when I was a kid, I stole packs of gum and shit like that, but nothing crazy. Let me see if there's any other crazy shit going on here. So this is pretty wild. The reports that I'm getting are the pagans are allegedly involved. Repo, what's going on, man? I hope you're doing good. This is a crazy situation. So 6 people have been shot in front of the Wawa. If you guys are just getting here, this is in West Norriton Township. Police in Montgomery County are investigating a shooting that left 6 people injured outside the Wawa on Friday night in what authorities are calling a rival motorcycle gangs. The incident occurred around 9:12 p.m. at a Wawa located on West Main Street near Trooper Road in West Township, Pennsylvania. West Norriton Township, Pennsylvania. Chopper 6 footage shows a heavily police presence at the scene, with officers coordinating off the area around the gas pumps. And some people have been taken into custody. It's not saying if they've been arrested, but 6 people were taken to the hospital, and they say that they did take people to the police department, but they're not saying if they were arrested or not. You could see one of them here being loaded onto a stretcher right there. I can't tell what his cut says. Can anyone tell? It's a busy Wawa. I know the location. Here, they show him sitting on the stretcher. Can anyone tell what his cut says? I can't see, I can't read it. But reports I'm getting are that the pagans are involved. Is that a pagan cut? Yeah, that's a pagan cut. That's a pagan cut, if I ever seen one. But they're not releasing that information to the public. But the reports I'm getting are that the pagans are involved. I can't be 100% sure, but that sure does look like a pagan cut to me. What do you guys think? I mean, look at what happened the other day. We got this young kid shot in the back, broad daylight on a Sunday afternoon. People are probably driving to church, and all of a sudden, these 4 guys jump out of a pickup truck with long guns. That's crazy. It's turning into a war zone in Pennsylvania. And Repo, he predicted this shit. He said when the wars start, people are going to die, and that's exactly what's happening. So reports are one person was struck in the head. I'm not sure if he was shot in the head or hit in the head with something. Yeah, it looks like a pagan cut to me. It looks like denim. I think he's handcuffed too. Look at his hands. He's handcuffed. See his hands? He's definitely handcuffed. A lot going on in Florida at Biketoberfest. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that too. Shout out to everyone at Biketoberfest. I got a couple people out there that I'm in contact with. My Facebook being down is a pretty big blow. So if anyone wants to join my Facebook profile, it's Chattin with Staxx. Here, I'll share it. It's Chattin with Staxx Show on Facebook. It has the Chattin with Staxx logo. Here, I'll drop it in the chat, and I'll put it in the description if you guys want to follow me. Please follow. And I will bring you breaking news as it comes in. I don't care what time it is. I'll roll live. I did not know this situation happened. My ass went to bed early. I went to bed right after this happened. I didn't even know what was going on. But I broke the story first. What's going on, Philly? So there was a shooting in Pennsylvania. 6 people shot. Allegedly, the pagans are involved. So here's what we know. When patches turn into gunfire, West Norriton Wawa shooting in the shadows of biker gangs. On Friday night, just after 9 p.m., convenience store glow of the Wawa West Main Street in West Norriton Township came under kind of violent spotlight rarely seen in suburban Pennsylvania. According to County Dispatch, multiple news outlets, the shooting erupted outside of the store near Trooper Road at approximately 9:12 p.m. when rival motorcycle gang members opened fire, injuring 6 individuals. The scene was chaotic. Sky cameras showed dozens of police vehicles, flashing lights, officers coordinating off gas pumps in the parking area. One motorcycle was visible on the side near the pumps. Under crime scene tape, according to dispatch notes obtained by local reporters moments after the initial call into West Norriton. A second shooting was reported minutes later in nearby Bridgeport, raising questions on whether this was a coordinated, multi-location gang confrontation. Police statements indicate that the incident involves rival motorcycle gangs, though authorities have not publicly identified which clubs were involved. Multiple outlets report biker group tension were at the heart of the violence. West Norriton Township Police Department described the incident in a statement. At this time, the incident appears to be an isolated, and there is no ongoing threat to the public. 6 injured were taken to nearby hospitals. Their names and conditions have not been publicly released. Police executed search at the scene, collected shell casings near the gas pumps area, and have asked residents to stay clear of the area while the investigation unfolds. Montgomery County Detectives Bureau has joined the West Norriton Police in the investigation and will help from local authorities. Dispatch logs showing 2 shootings within minutes of each other. The second in Bridgeport, which may be connected. Come on, we all know it probably is connected, right? Staxx, nice to wake up to. Yeah, right? Phone call said it was a chase down after Wawa shooting, both connected. I believe they were, you know? I mean, it's right down the road from where it happened. Yeah, I believe it's connected too. These people try to act like we're dumb, like we don't know what the fuck is going on. So, remains under investigation. The incident at the Wawa underlines how outlaw motorcycle clubs, long associated with turf disputes and violent enforcement of respect, can suddenly bring violence into everyday public spaces. Suburban convenience store gas pumps become a battlefield, according to one witness account in the dispatch logs. A rider was struck in the head before fleeing the area on a motorcycle. The exact identities of the motorcyclists or the clubs were involved have not been released, but they are described as rival motorcycle gangs. So it's pretty easy how to put that together. We can't name the other group involved, but I'm 98% sure that that's a pagan cut on that guy right there, and he is in handcuffs. You could see his hands together in the front. He's cuffed. Mark, how you doing? Thank you for joining me today. But yeah, this is senseless violence. Black Legion, what's up? That's a lot of shell casings. Let's see how many we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's get a better count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I count 12. I count 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, that's a lot of shots at a gas station, right? And it sounds, yeah, it's a helicopter. So it sounds like someone was struck in the head and they took off. Yeah, there's cameras at every pump. You don't think this footage will be released? So you know somebody was sitting in a car while this was going on, and I guarantee you that footage will hit the internet. Matter of fact, let me look for some. Let me see if I can find it. You never know. They're saying 2 rival motorcycle gangs, so. And it left 6 people injured. All right, here's 1 hour ago update. 6 injured after shooting involving 2 rival motorcycle gangs in Pennsylvania, Wawa, police say. All right, we got a closer up picture, too, of the situation. Let me see if I could get this to you guys. Let me see here. I got a picture from the ground, so let me get it to you guys. Hold on. All right, we got a new picture from the ground instead of this helicopter footage. That marker says 19, doesn't it? These guys left their bikes there and shit. So they're marking off the bikes as part of evidence. So obviously all these guys' bikes are gone. They're confiscated, all of them. Pretty nice bikes, too. Let me see if I can find more information. Authorities are encouraging West Norriton Township residents to avoid the Wawa and the surrounding area on Friday night as they were on scene investigating the shooting. West Norriton Township Police and Montgomery Detectives Bureau continued to investigate the incident. Anyone with information connected to the shooting is asked to contact West Norriton Township Police Department and Montgomery Detectives. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to do that, but you never know. But the other area, I'm going to try to get some clearer footage for you guys. It's the Pagans. 100% I can verify it is absolutely the Pagans. I just seen a video of footage of the cut, and it shows it clear as day. It is the Pagans Motorcycle Club. Let me see if I can show this video to you guys. It showed a pagan on the ground, handcuffed, sitting on his ass, and you could see his cut pretty clear. So let me see. Let me wait for this. I wonder who the other club involved was. We'll find out soon. I have a speculation, but I'm not going to put it out there. But I can confirm that the Pagans are involved in this situation. 100%. I can't tell you their involvement, but I can tell you that they are involved. Can you guys see this good, right?
Getting 2 separate shooting scenes they believe are connected. One was in West Norriton at a Wawa convenience store. You can see bullet casings on the ground and several motorcycles at the gas pumps. 2 people were taken to the hospital from the scene. The other was in nearby Bridgeport, where 3 more people were taken away for treatment.
All right, let's see. Can you guys see any cuts? on anyone else? See the pagan right there? See the two cops and the pagan sitting on the ground? That guy has a cut on right there. Can you see my cursor? Right here? This guy has a cut on. I can't read it, though.
Scene. The other was in nearby Bridgeport, where 3 more people were taken away for treatment. At the moment, there's no word on a motive or if anyone has been arrested.
You see them picking up the pagan? So I can confirm that the pagan could be involved with this situation. Yeah, definitely a pagan cut. I mean, this is crazy, you know? So 6 people shot. We got 104 people in the house. Make sure you hit the like button. Share this video on Facebook if you can. I've been banned off Facebook. So please share this video on Facebook. Let them know that we're not going nowhere. Let's take another look at this video. But it goes to show you how fastly things can turn. Chaotic Jester, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. Facts over feelings. How are you? I've been banned on Facebook, IG over 5 years. Damn. So what? You don't get it back? They're not going to give it back? They won't let you? I mean, I tried to make a new page. They won't let me. I don't fucking know. It's an attack against the nation. It was the Blue Wave guys. Did they return the fire? Who knows? I want to know who the other club is involved. Yeah, they hate reality. New lawsuit says next year that we can get it back. Hey, listen, they took money from me. I'm owed a bunch of money, and they took it all. So I'm definitely down to sue the shit out of Facebook for violating my rights of free speech. But the pagans are definitely involved. Money's gone, bro. Hey, I kind of figured that, man. Thousands too. It wasn't $100. It was thousands. So if you want to donate, you can donate through Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. I really appreciate it. I'm going through some shit right now. I lost my Facebook, lost all the money that was in Facebook, more than a couple hundred. It was thousands. So if you want to help out, hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. Facebook will be getting a lawsuit against them. Get a burner phone or an email. That's how to set up a Facebook account. Bro, I tried. It does not working. I tried on different phones. I tried on different computers. Not working. It will not let me, man. I can't put one in my name. I can't put one in my name, and I can't name it Staxx. They blocked your IP address. Damn. I don't know. I just woke up and my whole Facebook was gone. It was just gone. Yeah, I'm gonna go get another phone. I'll go get a burner phone and start a new one. But they won't let me name it Chattin with Staxx, so I need to find another name. Yeah, it is straight robbery, and I'm going to try to see if I can call a lawyer and get some lawyers involved, because it's not right. That's my money. I made it. I even have the receipt for the money. I don't understand. How can they take my money? I have the receipt for the money, and they said they're keeping my money. Shit, thank you, Chaotic Jester. Shit, I really appreciate that, man. You have no idea. That really helps me a lot. Thank you. God bless you, man. See, I got some really good people here. I love the community I have here. You guys are great. Definitely show me I can't give up. I got to just keep it moving, and things happen in life. Road bumps happen, and we'll get through it. I ain't ever letting nothing stop me. And you guys know December 5th, I will be going into the Hall of Fame for the best writer and the best media personality of the year. You see, I'm a little YouTube channel. I'm not huge, and they're recognizing my work, and I am very appreciative for it. That's all I can ever ask for. And if you can find another YouTuber like me that's going into the Hall of Fame, find them, because I want to see them. It just shows that hard work pays off and nothing can stop you, There's going to be bumps along the road, but you can't give up. You got to keep it moving. I was a little freaked out when I lost the Facebook, but I'll be donating tomorrow. Staxx, just got to move some money around. Thank you, Black Legion. I appreciate that. There's no one like you. Definitely. Thank you, guys. You guys all have been very supportive in my career, and so we got a couple more stories for you guys. Hamden man accused of breaking into 2 vehicles in North Haven. 19-year-old man this is what you do when you're a young kid, right? You're a young kid, you're out breaking into cars. When I was really young, 13, 14, I used to go steal cars and break into cars. Let me tell you guys a story, right? One time I'm out there stealing radios out of cars, right? I'm like 13, maybe 12. We're stealing radios from cars, taking the speakers and the amps and shit. Me and my friends so we're in this car, we break into this car, we get the speakers, I pull out the radio, we get the amp, and we're running down, right? I had another account on Facebook. Shut me down. Now I got the blue check mark. I was just going to get the blue check mark too. But whatever, it's all good. So we're running down the street. We got all this shit in our hands, right? Where you from, Staxx? I'm from Connecticut, Bristol, Connecticut. Same place as Aaron Hernandez. So I live near ESPN. So we got a big ass speakers, like 12-inch woofers and shit, right? And an amp, and we go to this building, and we're calling people trying to sell it, and we end up selling it all, right? And I go home, I'm chilling. All of a sudden, this big black dude in a car pulls up to my house, and my people are out in the front yard, and he gets out of the car and he goes, "Which one of you is Bill Staxx?" And I come running up. Me. He's like, "You stole my radio." Big dude, right? Really big dude. Grabs me by the throat. He's grabbing me. He holding me by the throat, squeezing me. And I'm like, ugh. He's like, "You took my radio from my car." I'm all thinking like this is one of my friends. like they're coming to give me a reward or some shit. But he's like asking, "Where is this guy?" And I come running up, and he grabs me by the throat. He starts squeezing, and he's like, "You took my radio. Where is it?" I go, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it." He ended up leaving because, of course, I'm not going to tell on anybody, and I'm not going to go get the radio back. It's already gone. It was gone for weeks. But it was funny. So this guy's name is Khalil council of Hamden is charged with burglary in the 3rd degree, criminal mischief in the 2nd degree. According to police, it happened around 5 p.m. on Wednesday when authorities responded to a vehicle break-in near Best Buy. While responding to the break-in, the suspect was seen fleeing on foot, and officers received another report of a vehicle with a smashed window. Police said that the suspect in the break-ins matched the description of the previous one. Counsel was arrested when police arrived at the scene after matching description and was ultimately charged following witness interview and investigation, police said. I mean, 19, I wasn't breaking into cars then. I was already in prison. Let me see if there's any other news going on. Here's Wichita. 1 dead after South Wichita motorcycle crash. This is in Wichita, Kansas. 1 person is dead after a crash involving a motorcycle and another vehicle in South Wichita. Wichita police said it happened around 7 p.m. at the 4200 block of South Sensia near West 42th Street. Police said that the motorcycle rider, a man, was killed, but no other injuries were reported. Cause of death is under investigation. He was killed and no other injuries were reported. Yeah, you're killed. What would it matter if you had other injuries? Maybe they're talking about other people that were on the scene. Let's see here. I got some pretty good stories that I'm going to be doing. Would you guys rather me do recorded stories? They would take me longer to do because I'd have to edit them and everything else. And I could put like 2 out a week. Or would you rather me go live and just tell you guys stories from different motorcycle clubs and different situations that have happened? Would you rather me go live, or would you rather have a pre-recorded video twice a week? Or would you rather me go live every day of the week? I mean, I'm still going to go live every day of the week. It's kind of like a routine now, you know? But I'm really going to start putting a lot of work into Patreon. So if you guys have any stories you want me to cover, you can email me or you can write them in the comments. You could email me at billstax2021@gmail.com. And if you want to tell your story on Chattin with Staxx, just let me know. We got a lot of great interviews dropping. Matter of fact, I'm going to play you guys a clip from Cliff's interview. The founder of the Red Rum Motorcycle Club. Shout out to Cliff. That one will be dropping soon. There is still part 11, 12, and 13 of this guy Skids. Here, let me play a little clip for you guys.
I'm the international president of Red Rum Motorcycle Club, and I'm here chatting with Staxx. There was one period of time that we did, function in that way, but it didn't last. There's always, some dude that wants to take over, and but no, man, I just liked, back then I just liked being the like the sergeant at arms sort of thing. I was a tough kid. I wasn't afraid of anybody because I was like, listen, what's this dude gonna do to me? My old man comes in the room like Joe Frazier, I get hit by a dude with forearms like Popeye. Like, I'm gonna worry about this cat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as a kid we boxed, like whenever the family had barbecues, like all the uncles would sit around, throw the gloves on us and bet, and we'd all beat the shit out of each other, boxing wise, and
Yeah.
so we grew up fighting. So catching a beating was like the least thing I ever worried about. And I looked at life, everybody catches a beating now and then. So I
back
never
then
cared.
you get a bloody nose, they'd be like, toughen up. It was no big deal, right?
no big deal, man. You
Yeah.
came home all jacked up, and that was just part of it. So today it's a different story, man. I feel like the youth are like afraid to catch them. It's just I watch these
Now it's
videos and
this. Now it's the internet. It's the internet. People get to run their mouth on the internet.
yeah, and I say that in the old days, man, if you ran your mouth, someone would be waiting for you to come home. Like someone
100%.
would be sitting in your driveway waiting for you to come home. If you did that in the street in the old days, someone might be hiding in the garbage can waiting for you to come out and pop out. And garbage cans and the lids were metal and the cans were metal and dudes got hit with them all the time. So it was definitely a different era, a different time, a time of responsibility because what you said and how you lived, you had to take accountability for that.
Yeah.
Much different than today when there's no accountability. People sit in their basements, make up names, and then just go on and troll about people, and there's no humility. Like if you leave something or leave a woman, or like you see these dudes that they leave a woman, or even women who leave a man, and they're just going on and talking about them and discrediting them. And when they both were in a relationship for the better and for the worst, and that's just part of how it works. Just canceling people. And I see it and with motorcycle clubs. I see guys that can't, left the club, and in that club, I'm sure they had good times and they had bad times and whatever happened, but their mission, they just can't get over it, and they just sitting there, talking about their experiences and talking about, um, there was a guy who was going on and on about a 1% club. I remember last year, he was just going on and going on and going on. And it was almost like the universe cursed him, man. He ended up getting run over by a car and killed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Blew
know.
up. His bike blew up.
I
That
don't know.
Jersey
Listen, I
guy.
don't want to
Yeah.
talk about the dude. I don't know, want to talk about who he was talking about. I don't. All I want to say is it's all. When you put out all that negative energy, and it's almost like the universe comes back to you. You have to be careful with the things you put out and the things you say. Um, and what you put into the air in the universe, because the universe is really fickle, bro. And all of a sudden this comes back to you. And I've seen it, being indigenous, we have a lot of like spirituality beliefs and a lot of prayers, and there are medicine people that I could tell you that when they put a curse on somebody, like you can sit and watch the things that happen to them. We got some real old medicine men in our club and chiefs and stuff. Although, listen, I'm not saying we do that, but I sit and tell you stories, and really believe in the healing and of the medicine. I'm kind of joking around about but it's true. They say people, that's why we smudge each other, but sometimes you just have to be careful what you put out into the universe, because when someone sits and gives that to you, and that's true in a lot of different cultures, right? Hey, you know about, like, Haitians use those dolls and start
Yeah.
chanting needles and dolls, and there's Italians have what, the evil eye, like they give him I forgot what it's
Yeah.
called in Italian. I grew up with a bunch of Italians, and they give him oh man,
The
what's it
horns,
called?
right?
The horns, right? They give them the
Yeah. Yeah.
horns. They're like, yeah. And yeah, man, you have to be careful when people put that on you. Yeah,
What
you
do
got
you
to be
think the
really.
internet has changed the motorcycle culture?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it look, it used to be a mystery, you know, and nothing against all the guys who would do like the work that you're doing, and because look, you guys do a lot of positive work in these circles and educate people in a positive way, but there are a lot of people doing negative things too and putting it out in a negative way. And I think that there's not a mystery anymore. And then you have gentlemen who've left clubs and are just spewing all sorts of stuff, and it's definitely changed in a big way. I've been in motorcycle clubs for way over 30 years, and I had breaks in periods of time that I left, and I was just a civilian, and then came back, and but yeah, it I mean, you talk to any old school dude, and they'll tell you it's wild how much has changed.
Some clubs have a rule: no internet, no interviews. Is there a rule with your club? Yeah, I know. New updates coming soon. I'm working on it right now. I can guarantee you that the pagans are definitely involved. I have video I'm going to show you guys if I can get it. There's a video of 2 members of the pagans being arrested in the Wawa parking lot. So let me see. That store's open 24 hours too. Gas is $3.28. The closest update I have is 2 hours ago. News channel said coming up updates should be up soon. What news channel said that? I just see the same old stuff, man. But there's definitely 2 pagans being arrested in the parking lot. I have the footage right here. Let me see if I can find any other videos. Here's 4 hours ago. Oh yeah, that was me. Yeah, there's not a lot of updates. Here's one from 7 hours ago. But I'll bring you the live updates if they become available and I'm not on, I'll just pop on. I can't just stay live all day, you know what I'm saying? But I will definitely if I find new information, I will pop on and give it to you guys. Just know that you heard it here first. This is where you can come to find all the latest information on these situations. Yeah, the guy that was on the stretcher, that was a pagan cut. I can see it in this video. Here's another story. McDonald's employee shoots man in the neck after he complains about waiting in the drive-thru. What? Dude complained about waiting in the drive-thru, and he gets shot in the neck after two customers allegedly threatened the safety of McDonald's staff over a wait. The employee reportedly lost control of a gun during a struggle. Here, I got a picture of this guy. You're my guy, Staxx. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jimmy, how you doing? Thank you guys all for joining me this morning. I'm going to bring you the breaking news. Every time new news comes in, I'm going to jump on the live. I'm going to bring you guys live updates on any of the cases we've been following, like the shooting over there in White Oak. I'm on top of it. So if I happen to be doing something, I will pop on live and let you guys know. I'll try to bring it to you first. I apologize for not bringing this to you last night. Doesn't that car look damaged right there? You see doesn't that Jeep look damaged in the front? Like it hit something? Maybe a motorcycle or something? What is that, a strap in the front? It looks like, right? So these are the two. A dispute began in the drive-thru in a Florida McDonald's over lengthy wait times, ended inside the restaurant with a man shot in the neck. Store employee fired the gun during the struggle for the weapon after the staff's safety was threatened by two customers who were unhappy with their wait time per police. They threatened to attack the man who just told them, "We're busy. We can't take any more orders." And he did that because the manager told him to. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judge, we all know him, he said this situation is a mess. Authorities allege the shooting of the Florida McDonald's involving an employee and a customer is a complete mess. The video released from Polk County Sheriff Grady Judge on Friday, October 17th, claimed the altercation began when a 21-year-old Johan Soto was working an overnight shift at the Davenport McDonald's when two late-night customers became upset with their wait time in the drive-thru. The incident happened around 3 a.m. on October 12th. Judd said the location can become overwhelmed with online orders at times, and the staff were doing their best to keep up with the orders. When Peter Story, 19, and Nicholas Jones, you guys see the picture here, 18, reportedly arrived at the restaurant, Soto apologized to the pair for being way behind, Judd said, even stating that McDonald's should think through how their system works. Despite his apology, the two allegedly began threatening Soto and telling the employee to that they would wait for his shift to end so they could physically harm him. They threatened to attack the man who just told them they're busy and they can't take any more orders. Like, people are crazy. You guys heard about the story in New York City where the guy opened the door and held the door for someone, and the guy that he held the door for attacked the man, kicking him in the head. He ended up dying. People these days are just losing their mind. Video surveillance shared obtained by the news showed Jones and Story's altercation with Soto in the McDonald's lobby after the two had entered the property, as well as Soto pointing a firearm at them after they continued to threaten him with what the sheriffs described as a switch with a 30-round clip. Now the 22-year-old manager steps between them, trying to stop the altercation from occurring because they're rattled afoot. Because there's a rattle afoot right now in McDonald's. We can call it a McRattle. I don't know what the hell that is. And it's not a sandwich, the sheriff says in the video. Judd claims that Soto was acting in self-defense. As they say, they try to grab the gun. Soto pulls the trigger and he shoots Peter Story in the neck. You guys can see the bandage on the guy on the left. You see the bandage on his neck? Yeah, he got Mick shot in the neck. Says he was acting in self-defense, though. The surveillance footage allegedly shows the two men struggling over control of the firearm. And if I can get that video, I will put it on Patreon for you guys. Let me see if we got any more updates. Now you're going to do life over some McDonald's for waiting for McDonald's for too long. These people are crazy, man. People are absolutely nuts. All right, 6 injured in a shooting after 2 rival motorcycle gangs in Pennsylvania, Wawa. 6 people were injured after a shooting involving rival motorcycle gangs happened in Montgomery County, Wawa, Friday night, according to police. West Norriton Township police officers were notified about the shooting at the Wawa on West Main Street shortly after 9:15 p.m. Investigators said 6 people were injured during the shooting, and that they brought to nearby hospitals for treatment. The victim's condition is currently unknown. Police said there is no ongoing threat to the public, but they always say that. Do you guys believe them? I mean, if they're shooting at 9:15 at a fucking or a gas station, do you think there's an ongoing threat to the public? Here's the video. I got the video. We can confirm that it is the pagans. Here's a video of a pagan being arrested. That's clearly a pagan cop. So one of them are being arrested. There's a video of 2 pagans being arrested in the parking lot. It's crazy, man. People are going to go to prison for a long time over this, and we'll probably see a bunch of mugshots, and I will bring you guys the content as it becomes available. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the donation. If you guys aren't aware, I was banned on Facebook, and if you want to help out the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. Every single dollar counts. It goes a long way. I really could use you guys' help. And if you want to donate, Cash App's right here, Chattin with Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Stickers, Super Chats, Zelle. All of the links are in the description of this video. Go subscribe to Patreon. I'm going to put a lot of effort towards Patreon. We're going to keep this thing going. And thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Have a great Saturday. And I will be back on to bring you updates on this situation. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.